Good morning, everybody. My name is Bart Winkler, and it is great to be with you on the Bart Winkler Show, where a little bit later in the show, we will talk about that Badgers loss, and we will talk about the Brewers loss of Brandon Woodruff. So some bad news over the weekend. It is seemingly true that once Damian Lillard became a Buck, everything else here went to shit. And you know what? Damian Lillard's a Buck. So I think there's some things that we will deal with. I am currently, if you're on the Dan Schani YouTube stream, I am broadcasting from my old studio. Now, when I go to do CBS Sports Radio, I broadcast from like an aux studio. So this is technically the first broadcast that I've done in this studio in any way, shape, or form in 10 months. And it feels great. So the fan backdrop behind me, good to be there. I'm also watching this Bills-Giants game. The whole thing was I was going to do a Bucks postgame show right as the game ended and get some thoughts about how Dame and Giannis win and give you my great breakdown. A lot of the breakdown will be of a secondhand variety tonight because I was watching the game out of the corner of my phone. But I do have, John, on the comments, some slight analysis for you. I will give you better analysis later in the week. I think I'm going to hook up with our guy Justin Garcia from the Bucks Radio Network at some point. So I will give you you'll get the coverage you deserve at some point. I am also, again, very eagerly watching the Bills and Giants game. The Bills are my survivor. And at one point, it's just like, oh, God, I'm on air. I'm on CBS Sports Radio. And I'm, there's games going on, so you don't talk about them too much or whatever. You do what you can do. But Damian Harris goes down, and it looks so similar to what we saw with DeMar Hamlin all those months ago. And it's like, geez. And then could you imagine telling a Bills player back then that, hey, the next time someone gets stretchers off, you'll play again within 3 minutes? Damian Harris gave the thumbs up, so we hope for good things here. And we're right back to football, but back to football. All right, cone roller. What kind of bag is this?
Go ahead, Bart.
Is this? I don't think this is real cone roller. Do we have a cone roller spoof?
Maybe.
Oh, God. What's up, Roller Cone? So he's got his name as Roller Cone. Okay. What's up, Roller Cone? That looks like a plastic bag. Don't die.
Oh, don't worry. I won't.
What are your thoughts about anything?
Well, yeah, I got that DeMar Hamlin rewind, when that happened. It felt like it. Well, how about those Badgers this weekend?
Is this Tim?
God, really?
Tim, you're already on this episode.
Well, you'll hear me before or after this. I couldn't go to bed. I was still up.
What's up, Tim?
Nothing.
Well, I got you on later on this episode for Badgers and Brewers thoughts.
Good job at guessing. Do you have any idea?
Oh, I could tell right away by your voice.
Damn.
But I gave it a few sentences more.
Okay.
Just to make sure.
I just wanted to wear a bag and see, could anyone trick Bart?
Was that a plastic bag? I thought you were going to kill yourself.
It's a Taco Bell bag.
Oh, my God.
I didn't know, maybe someone could get it past you, or maybe someone could get something past you.
Yes, someone can. Not the guy I talk to every single day.
I know. So maybe I'll try something else next time.
All right, I'm going to bring in Marcus in Denver also.
Please do. I just wanted to say I have to go to bed, but
oh wait, Marcus.
Good seeing you guys. Hey, come back to me, Bart. Sorry.
I'll kick you out and come back.
Yeah, please.
Okay. All right, he's either at a drive-through himself or dropping some people off. Corey says that was the most creative thing that Shay has ever done.
More than the fork?
Oh, you did have a fork mic.
All right. All right. Well, honestly, I just wanted to try and.
Did you watch the Bucks game? Do you have thoughts?
A little bit here and there, nothing too. No, I don't. I mean, you know me with the Bucks. I don't do anything until after Christmas with them. So, can't wait for the in-season tournament. Like, maybe we'll win. Oh yes, give me my takeaways. 3 takeaways from the Bucks games.
Yeah.
Number 1, my Taco Bell was very good. I got an empty bag. Damian Lillard played. What did he get? 15 points?
Well, I haven't read the box score yet, but
Okay.
Sure.
I think maybe 15. Him and Giannis, they look good together. I did see a couple plays with them. They kind of look good. They gel good. And the questions the reporter asked them at the end of the game, like, so basic. Like, well, first game in the Bucks uniform. How did that feel?
Yeah, what would you have asked him?
Nothing. I wouldn't have talked to him. I would have talked to somebody else. Like, go after, like, Robin Lopez or something.
Get the fuck out of here. Tim, you miss your old digs?
I do. Oh, no, you got to take me. Yeah, there's my room. There's the room.
Tim sat in that room if you're on the Dan Schani YouTube. I'm in the, well, this says 105.7, but it is 1250.
Why is that? Yeah, did they move that?
I don't know. That fell off.
Okay.
I shouldn't probably be here, but.
Yeah, whatever. Are you, like, talking on the microphone, or did you just drag that away? This is your...
My microphone.
Look at you.
I brought it in.
I miss that place. I do.
I could turn this mic on right now and just start blabbing on air, but. All right, I'm bringing Marcus back. What was happening?
I'm going to leave. Goodbye,
All right,
Mark.
Tim will be on later or a separate
later.
YouTube video
Yeah.
you can enjoy.
I can't get one past you, Bart. Goodbye.
Wait. Cone, how do you feel about your...
Hold on. Okay, go.
Tim, you got to get better at your bag skills.
I'm sorry. I know. I don't even have a little mouth to talk out of.
Hard to breathe in there, I bet.
Yeah, it is.
I should have let him go. He'd probably have passed out by now.
You're going to smell like a bean burrito now.
Yeah, no shit. Why are you using time? Cone's got a Trader Joe's bag. You have garbage on your head.
I almost called it like Bart's Taco Bell bag. I don't know.
It smells like a nice shit in there.
All right. Well, I do want Marcus's thoughts here.
All right. Goodbye. Goodbye, fellow
Bye.
paperbager.
Bye, Tim.
Later, Himshay.
So Bucks won. Damian Lillard and Giannis played together. Just stat wise, Lillard was 3 for 10, 14 points, 2 boards, 3 assists, 3 steals, even though he can't play D. And Giannis 7 of 10, 16 points. Those are some facts and figures. Your thoughts, Marcus?
I saw Giannis being Giannis. I saw some Dame being Dame, but I didn't see Giannis and Dame. What I was sort of hoping to see. Obviously, it's their first game. Can't expect a lot out of them.
I do think a part of us expected this just to be 5 years together chemistry shown right away.
Yeah.
And so there are a section of NBA fans that will, I thought this was going to be, I was scrolling through, honestly, I was scrolling through my Twitter. I typed in Giannis and Dame, and I saw it was a picture of 2 ladies, showing they had big butts. And they weren't naked, but it was the butts were big. And then the tweet was this is how ass Giannis and Dame are. I was like,
definitely wasn't that bad. Brooke struggled from the 3-point line, that's for sure. But watching him body Anthony Davis and swat that ball away, I think it was in the first half. I don't remember which quarter, but that was amazing. Campaign, massive pickup. I think he's going to be really good. Beauchamp looks really good. He didn't play very much in the fourth quarter, which was upsetting. The starting lineup was interesting with Beasley, Lopez, Giannis, and then Jay Crowder got the spot in there, which I thought was interesting, but no Chris, obviously.
I saw a play where Dame found Giannis, and then they kicked it out to Jay, who was wide open.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of stuff will happen. It's just historically, when that's happened, we've had the Jay Crowders of the world miss those. So my head's trying to think, okay, that's gonna be Chris. That'll be whatever. But there's going to be more space on that floor available for the others. And hey, that's why preseason.
Yep. Campaign's got I don't know. I was in the nosebleeds. I was up there.
Well, you were there?
Yeah, I was at the game.
In LA?
Yeah.
Well, say that first.
I tweeted at you, but you didn't retweet me, so I guess you didn't see it. I said boots on the ground.
Oh shit. Was that on my show page?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll retweet that.
But yeah, so my cousin lives in LA. That's who I was talking to when I couldn't come on the first time. I was dropping him off and saying goodbye. But yeah, so my wife was there with me, and she doesn't know much basketball, but we went to a lot of Nuggets games, and everything she was saying was true. She said, these fans suck. She said, Robin Lopez is not very good, but I couldn't say anything because that's how my cousin got the ticket, because his friend went to high school and grew up with the Lopez twins. They're from LA.
Get him on the show.
He went back. He's got twins. He had to go take care of them. But the one thing
I meant Robin Lopez, but
the one thing I wanted to come on here and talk about is Scottie Pippen Jr. That dude is going to get somebody hurt out here. That dude is worse than Grayson Allen.
What did you watch tonight?
He's just all over the place, running 100 miles an hour, can't hit a free throw to save his life. Very aggressive for being 6'2", whatever he is. So
shit. Well, hopefully he doesn't play when we play him again.
Yeah. So I just wanted to come in, say hello. What's up, Cone? Sucks you can't like smile and laugh and give facial expressions.
No, Cone's perfected the head nod.
Yeah. That's funny. All right. My car's about to die, so I gotta go find a charger and run back to San Diego. But appreciate you letting me jump on. Were you on where can I find, were you on CBS tonight?
Yeah, I just did it in the studio over there, and I ran right in here.
Were you on what show were you on?
I did Eye on Football with Zach Gelb for 2 hours, and then I did 2 hours of myself just watching the clock turn to 9 o'clock.
All right, I'm gonna hop on the Odyssey app and listen to that on my way home.
It wasn't that good. I was not my best.
Hey, it's Bart Winkler. It's better than anything else I'll find. So,
well, thank you.
Yes, sir. All right.
Jim called into that too.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Nice. Get 2 doses of Himbashay here.
Oh my God. All right.
Beautiful. All right.
Thanks,
Bart.
Marcus.
Thanks for taking my call. Have a good night.
HappyPlaceHemp.com. I popped I still have some THCOs floating around. I took one of those last night because it's been a long week for Barty. I've been running. I ran to the Steve. Forward Madison's in the playoffs. Everybody's celebrating that. I've had a lot of CBS work lately. God, cherish. And but I was tired. I want to make sure that I'd be out. Took a THCO. HappyPlaceHemp.com. Get your gummies, CBDs, CBNs, the Delta 8s, Delta 9s. They've got the Delta 8s with the 50 milligrams. All of this is 50%, 25% off. Shit. Don't be asking for that. Well, now I'm going to have to tell them. It's 25% off. Tim will edit that in post. HappyPlaceHemp.com, promo code BART, 25% off. Cone, the real Cone.
Did not watch the Bucks game, but I figured we could maybe cover the red-white scrimmage from the Badgers today.
Yeah, I didn't see much of that. Anything of note?
Their transfer from St. John's, AJ Storr, I believe, looks like the real deal. Let it in points, had a sick alley-oop, kind of similar to that LeBron D-Wade one. It's a new type of player at Wisconsin, someone who can actually dunk.
Wow. Unfortunately, it sounds like the best player in certainly the state, and maybe one of the best in the country, plays downtown Milwaukee. And Tyler Kolek with Marquette.
That's true.
Are they they're gonna be like top 5 or some shit?
Yeah, I see Ken Pom has them at maybe 11 or maybe 5, somewhere pretty high. And I saw Tom Crean was addressing the team the other day.
Oh, okay. That game's in Madison this time, right?
We'll have to ask Tim Shea about that one.
Yeah,
Maybe he'll have a vacation planned around it.
Yeah, his vacation's coming up to the Ohio State game for sure. Matt in the Falls is also here. Matt and Cone. Wow, what a treat.
Hey. How's it going?
How you feeling, Matt?
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm driving through the dangerous streets of downtown Milwaukee. You know, anytime one of us comes in from the suburbs, we have to be alert. Who knows what could happen down here? I tried to spend as little money as possible, but I did go out to eat downtown, so you got me.
Facts.
Where'd you go?
Zaffiro's. I went to Zaffiro's. It was spectacular.
Zaffiro's is awesome.
The crust was just it couldn't have been better. It was a
it
thing
packed?
of beauty.
You got a seat right away?
No, it was nice. We got in there right at the end of the dinner rush. It cleared out. There were some drunk people swearing and stuff. It was kind of weird, but then they cleared out. It was good. It was great. And we went to a little concert in Shank Hall.
Ooh.
Giacomo Tura.
Oh,
He's an Italian guitarist.
what a Sunday.
Yep, a nice little Sunday. You know, Packers didn't play. This guy's trying to move into me. No thanks, bud. Yeah, so we got the Packers next week. Broncos, absolutely terrified of that game. I mean, if we lose that game, God help us.
Well, one of the things that I talked about is big upsets today in the NFC.
Oh yeah, did you hear my voicemail?
Hey, where'd Cone go?
Cone left because I'm here.
Nah, Cone and I need to talk Rodgers out a little bit. I hope he comes back.
What's there to talk about with Rodgers?
So Rodgers warmed up, like Rodgers played catch on the field and he's off crutches, and the Jets won, and now you're gonna have the Mike Greenbergs of the world tomorrow, specifically him, talk about how Rodgers is coming back, and
he's not.
I wrote that it's gonna be annoying and stuff, and then people are mad at me and they're like, why are you so obsessed with this guy? And it's like, you can say I'm obsessed and petty, but start telling me I'm wrong. No one's telling me I'm wrong. Am I obsessed? Am I petty? Is it any of my business? Am I wrong?
Well, it is your business because
the guy's going to play 4 snaps. He's going to get more coverage than anyone else this year. And then the one guy that's getting more attention than him, he goes, debate me, bro? Come on.
Who says debate me, bro?
He wants to debate Kelsey about Pfizer shots.
Oh, that's
in 2023.
Off the cuff.
Now, I am in the same studio where I alienated so many by saying wear a mask. So I should, maybe it's just something about this studio that makes me want to protect the fucking Christ.
I would pay to not watch that.
I'm going to bring in Tony also. Tony.
Hey, Matt, here's a tidbit of information. Yeah. You mentioned Shank Hall. My grandfather actually used to own that place.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not bad. I went in there expecting it to be a dump, and it really wasn't.
No, it's cool. On Farwell?
Yeah, right by right by where the protesters stand all the time. Okay. I don't know if they still do that. I haven't lived downtown for like 10 years. But
if we want to protest anything, we got to protest the offensive football in our home state of Wisconsin. Between the Badgers and the Packers, this is back to the 80s, Bart. I hate to go back there, but this is 1980s football. Luke Fickell and this big juggernaut offense. What did they score yesterday? How many points did they get?
6.
Brutal shit. And then Matt LaFleur, I go to Vegas, had a great time in Vegas. But, man, that offense is so bad. And the NFL in general, these guys are just dime a dozen. I'm going back to your theory that you could coach a team to how many wins? I think you can get them to 10. This is some of the worst coaching I've seen in the league. It is so mediocre in the NFL right now. Every team is the same, and there's maybe 2 or 3 good teams. Do you disagree?
This is one of the most sought-after jobs in the world. Think of how many people fancy themselves as coaches and smart at football, and we can't even find 32 fucking people to coach a game.
They're all morons.
I'll give you one example. I'm sitting on my ass drinking a beer, and right before the half, we call a timeout, and they miss the field goal. That has nothing to do with the timeout, right? Well, what do we need at the end of the half? We could have used a fucking timeout so Jordan Love could have just taken a knee and we could have kicked a field goal.
Why are you mad about this right now?
Because I was at the game. I didn't get to talk to you that much about it.
Oh, yeah, you were hobnobbing with Groobs.
Yeah, David Gruber. That got a lot of play. Hey, okay, so let's get into our Bucks. So, by the way, I was glad to see the 49ers lost. 49ers and Eagles lost. I was happy about that. Let's get into our Bucks. And it's the first game of the year. But, I like what I saw for the most part. Dame's going to be a little bit tentative in the beginning. I can tell Giannis is not going to get any better, though. He's going to be the same type of player. Do you disagree?
The same type of player that ESPN just said is the number one best player in the world.
Yeah, and I hate those rankings. It's so stupid. It's so dumb. But, yeah, he's a great player, obviously. But he was pulling up for threes. I'm like, what the hell are we doing here? But I guess it is preseason, so I shouldn't get worked up.
I'm perfectly fine with him being the same player that he has been because, like Bart said, he's the best player, and now we have another player who's amazing. So I don't.
Matthew, though, he's got to come through in the playoffs. Got to do a little bit more on the offensive side in the playoffs. So that's where.
That's true, but you need 8 guys to win a championship. So that's what I say. That's what I say.
Is also here.
Well, I'll leave all the Giannis slander to Jake.
Tony.
Yeah.
That's the Middleton slander, I think.
Did you just say that Giannis needs to do more in the playoffs?
Yeah.
He is like the case of the guy that does it all, and his teammates don't do jack shit. Like, didn't he have that one series against Boston when they got eliminated? And I think it was last game of the series. I think he scored more than the rest of the team combined. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, come on, man.
Got to make some free throws.
What was he at the line tonight? Did he get any tonight?
I don't know. He was 1 for 1. I'm bitching about nothing. You're right.
1 for 1 at the line. He is 1,000% since they got Dame. 5 wide with cone roller.
Sorry,
he's back.
Had to get Charger.
Oh, do you want to debate me, bro, about Rodgers?
Yeah, debate us, bro.
What's the big deal about him being on the sideline throwing some passes?
So I think let's not be this is what people did with my baseball take. I was like, man, I think this 1 week of rest is bad. And people are like, oh, you fucking want the top seat. You just give the like, okay, you're jumping there, not me. With Rodgers, what I'm saying, like, oh my God, could he miraculously come back? Wow, he's working so hard. Like, do I have to physically say these things? Because I don't want to have to say the whole story. If I just want to say, this man just wants to be talked about. He's not getting the attention. He's not playing. He's going to be one of the most talked about guys. The thing that makes me most mad isn't even Rodgers related. This is pre-Mike Greenberg. Get up. The clip tomorrow that's going to be, I know he's coming back in week 17. All of a sudden, and it just bothers me. It bothers me when I know.
You're bothered over something that doesn't yet exist.
But it will exist. And I know it was going to exist, and it's going to annoy me, so it bothers me, yes.
Sounds like a you problem, honestly.
A lot of my shit is a me problem.
I like it.
It's the Bart Winkler Show, baby.
True. Name is on the show, but I don't know. The main problem I had with that is saying, like, they're going to be writing all this Rodgers fanfic. Bart, last year you and Jake were king of Rodgers fanfic.
But
and we did a good job of it.
Negative.
I thought it was good fanfic.
No, my fanfic that he didn't let Jordan Love play?
Just all of it. Let's not pretend you have rational Aaron Rodgers takes.
Well, plus, let's not dismiss the fact that it can't be fanfic if it's very likely to be true. It's not the fic portion doesn't come into play then.
How about Robert Saleh Robert Saleh's talking all this shit about how he's embarrassed all these quarterbacks. Bro, you're 3-3. Fuck you.
Yeah, but I called you out on Twitter for that, Bart. Aren't you a Deion fan?
Oh, Deion got served.
Oh, Bart, we're off Team Buffalo.
We are off. And I am now with you. I am now with you on Team Florida State.
Oh,
I'm out now. I'm out again.
That's over? Buffalo already?
Yeah,
Oh man,
we're
I
out.
can't believe it.
We're out.
Seminoles are bringing home the trophy.
If we're breaking down college football, I mean, I got to give a shout out to Notre Dame. They made Caleb Williams look really bad.
Well, Notre Dame was destined to win that game the minute they lost to Louisville. USC was fucked.
Did anybody confirm the report about Ryan Poles and that USC Notre Dame game?
What?
There was like, I saw it on X, so take it with a grain of salt. Could have been nothing, but
Why are you guys?
somebody
calling it
said that he was
That's what
supposed
it's
to.
called.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Let's
It's
start
Twitter.
calling it the Chuck and Wicket Show.
It's
No,
Twitter.
X. It's X. It is
Wait,
not
Bart,
Twitter.
could you imagine
So
Bart
it was
being the
on
host-
Twitter.
No, seriously,
that-
what if Bart was the host of the Chuck and Wicket Show? That'd have been
Hold
great.
on, Bart. Mute these guys. So the story that I read on Twitter.com was that Bears GM Ryan Poles was supposed to meet with Caleb Williams, and then after the game, he said "fuck that," and he met with Notre Dame's quarterback instead.
Oh
And-
no way!
Yeah, and supposedly, like now, people in the organization think that that's their guy.
No, it's Caleb. Caleb's the guy.
So I just want to know, like, did anybody confirm that? Because if that's true, that's the most Bears thing ever.
No,
like I
did you
said,
hear- here's my new Bears take. Okay, here's what the Bears should do. They're gonna get the number 1 pick because of Carolina, and then they're gonna get the number 2 pick because they suck. They should take both. They should take Caleb and Drake May, because whoever they take will be the wrong one. So then by taking
True.
both, you're gonna get one. Do that.
well, then it's going to be Bo Nix is going to be the guy, or it's going to be someone else, then, or Shadur Sanders, or
Graham
Who's
Mertz.
Drake May?
Mertz.
He plays for North Carolina. You'll see them. Your Florida State Seminoles will probably
That's
be
right.
in the title game against them.
he's a baller.
Yeah.
Our schedule isn't as easy as you made it out to be the other night on national, but that's okay.
Yeah. Well, I
What are
just
you
think
laughing
there's
about?
I think
What
there's
is funny?
I think there's a good chance there's 5 undefeated teams and 5 power conferences.
Pac-12.
Okay, well,
Washington. All right. Is there any more Bucks? Anyone want to say any more Bucks?
I got plenty to go on the Bucks. I actually watched the game, so
Give me
I-
something.
pop out, but yes.
some encouraging things.
preseason, and we're going to be really good.
I thought they probably purposely didn't show much of Giannis and Lillard kind of playing off of each other. I think they're going to save that. I thought Cameron Payne looked pretty good as the backup point guard. Had a lot of hustle, made the right plays, made a nice three. I think that's a spot that I was worried about, but a little bit less worried about now. And obviously it's preseason, so there's not much to be taken from this, but I thought the kids looked good, especially Beauchamp. I think he really took it to heart when Coach Griffin kind of basically told the world, like, yeah, that starting shooting guard spot is Beasley's. I think that might have been a long play on Griffin to say, if you want this, you got to come and get it. So for now,
They
we're
were
going to
very
go with the
active
veteran.
Defensively, a lot of people pointing out that Adrian Griffin's from that kind of background, that of course they're going to be that way defensively.
But I thought Beauchamp looked like Thanasis if Thanasis was good. Like he was just like pesky and just kind of played with his hair on fire in a more controlled manner. That was great to see. And then my other big takeaway is like they really wanted Brooke Lopez back because Robin Lopez, bro. I saw a great tweet on Twitter.com that it's time for.
What is that?
It's a website where it's a social media site where you post little 240 character
is that like
messages.
Instagram and Facebook and X and
Kinda, yeah. It's kind of like a worse version of Threads, but
a much more mature version that's full of child pornography and other stuff like that. Go ahead.
absolutely.
There is an astonishingly high amount of porn on what you guys refer to as X.
Too much.
Yeah.
Aptly named.
That's why I like
I
Twitter.
just typed I typed ass, I typed Giannis and Dame, and I got pictures of ladies' asses in my face.
Sounds like a win to me.
Yeah.
But I don't want to let it, like, it can't be overstated how awful Robin Lopez has become. And I saw a great tweet on Twitter.com that it's time for Robin to get the podcasting equipment out. And I thought of you, Bart.
Yeah, all legends end up here.
But I also think we're going to see, and maybe this is just me overthinking things. If you notice at Media Day this year, Giannis was listed at 7 feet tall for the first time in his career, even though he's over 7 feet and has been. And I think we're going to see a lot more Giannis as a center. And I think long term, that's pretty much what he's going to be.
JK, I'm glad you brought that up a little bit because this Wembyana hype is kind of growing, and you were high on him.
Yeah,
And
he's going to break the
His
league,
dunk,
man.
He had a huge dunk.
Yeah.
How has he been doing? Update, people who don't watch NBA preseason. Not me.
He
But
looks like somebody that we've never seen.
does he look like he will actually be good?
He looks like Giannis with a bag.
Interesting.
What?
How old
I
is
know
Popovich?
it's funny because on Twitter.com, there's a lot of tweets on Twitter.com that people were talking like.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I mentioned that it's already happening where Wembanyama does something amazing that he can only do, and Bucks fans are like taking that as a slight to Giannis, and it's like, well, Giannis did that. Giannis used to do that. Giannis can totally. It's like, what does that have to do with Giannis? Just let it be.
That's what happened with Mahomes. Mahomes would always do shit.
Yep.
That Rodgers
Mahomes and Rodgers. Yep.
Well,
I don't get it. Like, let people be great and just like I'm
it's like when Kobe
super
came
excited
out,
to watch him play.
Jake, when Kobe came, he was like a Michael
Yeah,
Jordan.
but it's the fucking Spurs again. Like I'm still not over being sick of the Spurs from the last 20 years. I can't be sick of the Spurs for another 15 or 20 years.
Well, no one talks about it that they purposely have tanked 3 times and they've gotten the number 1 pick.
Well,
Yeah.
with this, with like,
And we get Andrew Bogut and Glenn Robinson.
I mean, you got to know where to tank, I guess.
Yeah.
But with the Spurs, I'll say this: I can see people saying they were boring. If you're a basketball purist, they were fun to watch.
Great basketball, but it's like let somebody else have a turn.
Tim Duncan and Wembanyama, besides the fact that they're both over 7 feet tall, they don't have a lot of similarities.
You know my theory on the Spurs, why people didn't get into them?
Wasn't Duncan like 6'10"?
No, their jerseys are so boring.
Black and
I like their
silver.
jerseys.
If they
I
had,
like
if
the
they had
I like
tiny
the
yellow
spur with the
jerseys
U.
like
That's
the
the
Lakers.
spur. That looks cool.
Nah,
Yeah,
nobody-
it reminds me of the
nobody got
Raiders.
into 'em.
And then when they have the festive ones with like the pink and light blue, those are beautiful.
Yeah,
Nah, and then they always
They
play
capture
like
the spirit of San Antonio.
Nah.
No, they had Rodman that one year when he was dating Madonna. They were pretty popular, Bart.
well,
No, but they never like the ratings were always down.
Well, it's a style of play. No, you're right, because Duncan wasn't marketable.
neither was
the
Tony
Admiral.
Parker.
Yeah, not
No,
Parker.
It's strange that winning is not marketable anymore.
Kawhi doesn't talk.
Yeah,
He
no.
laughs. He has a really cool laugh.
I got something for the group though, and maybe it's because the Packers are down, but I am more excited about the NBA than the NFL right now. I find the NFL very mediocre, very mediocre. And
The NFL is literally the greatest thing ever.
I know the NFL is great to sit down and watch football, but the actual games are not that great. I mean, how many good games are there on a slate of Sunday football games? 1 or 2, maybe.
Well, it's a dual-edged sword with the NFL because it's both the greatest and like worst thing is that any given Sunday, one team can beat another. So like it's hard to get those juggernauts. Everybody was hyping up San Francisco. I heard some people saying they're not going to lose this year, and then they go and get
That was
beaten
Kyle Brandt.
by
But
Cleveland.
now McCaffrey's hurt,
Kyle
like
Brandt
you know
being an
would be, and Debo's hurt.
Yeah, so like everything changes on a week-to-week basis. It kind of reminds me of how like in the UFC, like it was getting big, but like they would always get these people that would come up and they're undefeated and they're super hyped, and then they would lose once, and then you lose all of it.
It's the greatest sport in the world.
What?
I'm watching
What's
Sunday
that?
Night Football. We got a goddamn fist fight going on.
Oh, really?
Oh, are they punching people with helmets on?
Yep.
Oh, that's my favorite.
In the same
Fucking
game
idiot.
where just 45 minutes ago in real time, someone was carted off the ambulance.
What's the score? Of the game?
Carted off the ambulance. Wow, that's
Yeah,
Now-
just add some words, you'll get there.
I want to know what makes more sense: punching somebody with a helmet on that just talks shit to you, or being so happy that your team advanced to the playoffs that you punch a wall and break your hand.
I'm not sure he was happy in that moment, but
Well, I think
Well,
Matt's
yeah.
female in there somewhere with the wall punching.
well, I didn't say that
Well,
either.
That was not I think that was Matt.
Didn't he punch a wall in the clubhouse?
Yeah, but not like in celebration.
What would he have been pissed about in the clubhouse?
What are the? I don't know. I'm Tony's
Bart,
probably
hey, Bart,
more right
I got a
than
grill.
you are.
When you got fired, Bart, what man? Did you get drunk? Did you punch a wall? What'd you do?
When I got fired,
Yeah, and how'd you tell your wife?
I didn't. I waited a year and 2 months, then did a podcast in that studio, and then just started wrecking shit.
Do it. Anarchy.
He can barely pick up the chair.
You're on camera.
Hey, speaking of anarchy, London is a great town if you ever get a chance to get out there. I loved it.
There.
Oh, were you just there?
Yeah, I went there. We just got back a few days ago.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah, great town, phenomenal
It's on the
public
list, high on
transit
the list.
system.
Is it?
Yeah, you can get anywhere there in 20 minutes on the trains. Like
Well,
if you know what you're doing.
Jake, we got a Super Bowl potentially there.
That's a
That
lie.
that could be cool.
Well, what's going to happen first? A Milwaukee All-Star game for the NBA or a Super Bowl in London?
Oh, London Super Bowl, hands down.
I think Russell.
I think we'll get an All-Star game before the end of the decade.
I will say this: doesn't Damian Lillard look kind of weird in that Bucks uniform?
I think he looks amazing. Like,
Well, yeah, but he's been in Portland uniform for like 12 years. Of course, he looks weird.
It just takes a while to get used to.
I think he
I'll
looks
get used to it
natural.
real quick.
All right,
I liked it.
Top 5 league. Jake.
Whoa, this
Wait.
something's bad. What?
What was that, Tony? You were breaking up.
Top 5 league pass teams to watch this year.
Ooh, good exercise. Number 1, San Antonio. Number 2, Oklahoma City.
Yeah, believe it or not,
What's that?
I'm with you. Yeah.
Okay, good. Number 3. I mean, can I put Milwaukee in there? Like,
I mean, that's your local station, but go.
but Giannis and Dame, like, I guess from a broad standpoint, I'll be
I
a
like
little
to have
bit.
my enemies close. Celtics number 3.
Sacramento is probably in there.
Got to put Sacramento, and I would put the Phoenix Suns, Cone Rollers, Phoenix Suns number 5.
Well, you know who I'm really intrigued by, and this may seem strange, is Portland. I think Scoot is going to be great.
Scoot looks
I don't know. I assume they're going to move on from Brogdon, but I really, really like in a short period of time what they've been able to do with that roster.
And Simons looks good.
Yeah, so I think it's a good spot for Ayton. Like, it's just all around. I like what they're doing.
You didn't mention Bart's Warriors
They're
Well-
not league pass.
with CP3.
Yeah, you can just walk by any local watering hole and see the Warriors every night. So
Yeah, I'm
All
with
right.
you.
Well, with that Warriors slander aside, I am going to wrap up tonight's program.
Oh,
yeah, burn that bitch to the ground.
you okay?
If this is the audio aspect of it, there will be a longer, more in-depth one-on-one. I go one-on-one with Tim Shea. So stick
All right.
around. That video will also be on YouTube.
Ooh, I can fap to this.
Mm-hmm.
Got Rangers Astros going on right now. Got to go check that out.
Did we get the A team tonight of Doris, Breen, and Doc? I wasn't able to listen to the audio.
It was
no,
Doris.
Doris, it's some other guy.
Yeah.
Oh, was it Mark Jones?
No, wasn't Mark Jones.
That's why I'm out on Colorado. Fucking Mark Jones doing all these games.
Oh, by the way, I don't want to forget my parting shot here. SNL did a great Deion Sanders sketch this week on their weekend update, so you should check it out. It's worth the watch. It's funny.
All right, really quick. Speaking of SNL, will SNL make fun of Rodgers, or will Rodgers be on SNL?
Oh, they made fun of Rodgers a bunch.
Yeah, they've already done that a few
You know who
times.
takes shots at Rodgers all the time is Seth Rollins.
He's a Bears fan, yeah.
Yeah, he's a Bears fan.
Well, he's a self-proclaimed bandwagon Bears fan, so he's not a fan of them right now because they're terrible.
Oh, that's fair.
And Fields got hurt.
Yeah, Fields is hurt.
Yeah, they might start winning now.
All right, gents. Thanks for being here.
All right.
And we will do lives after weeknight Bucks games and maybe
Every single Bucks game.
select
Goodbye
weekend
now.
Bucks game.
Art.
Huh?
Goodbye for now.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Goodbye for now. Goodbye for now. Tim Shea coming up.